Before we get started, I just want to tell you that this video is sponsored. It's not sponsored by Skillshare and it's not sponsored by any other business platform. It's sponsored by my Patreon. So on my Patreon you can see all my progress videos, my process videos, my full process videos with no speed, with no sound, just the process, and you will be able to view all my art that I do early and before I post it on other social medias, and I'll also post behind the scenes sometimes, and of course you'll be able to see some bonus stuff that I don't post on other social medias, include only on Patreon. So if you want to check it out, follow me there and I will hope to see you there. So let's get started. We're back with a new video. This time of the year is spooky season and I'm lucky to have a spooky experience to tell. It's about a haunted house, but not that kind of haunted house with creepy dolls or demonic activities, but more like a scary house. It's a day I always remember to my dear heart. I thought I was going to die that day. It was the most horrible experience in my entire life, but it was fun. So, before we get started, I just want to tell that I'm about to post a non-anatomy study video process on my Patreon if you want to check that out. So, and just a warning, I am not that good to draw anatomy, so I just gonna say this is my first time doing something like that. There will be a lot of fails, and it will be something I need to practice a long time before I get used to it. But anyways, let's get into the story. In second grade of my college year, the school planned a trip to Stockholm, Sweden. It was two classes, total of 16 to 62 students. That would say my class had 30 or 30 students and the other class had 30, 32 students. The tour to Sweden took about 13 hours to 16 hours in a bus. And inside the bus, it was like locked. It was like I couldn't breathe, but I guess that's normal with the most buses. Anyway, the whole week I didn't have Wi-Fi or data on my phone. The other half, but some of us didn't have. Even though I tried like the roaming and I tried like 5G and others, I still didn't have Wi-Fi. So I just listened to Spotify Premium the whole tour and the whole week. I think I managed to listen to 60 something hours the whole week. But yeah, when we arrived, the teacher already chose who we were supposed to sleep with, which is not important for the story. Anyways, the whole week we will have free access to do whatever we wanted after 9 p.m. in the morning. But the whole week is for another story. It's for another video. This video is more about the haunted house. I guess that's what you guys came here for. Am I right? Let's get into it. Friday, the very last day before we will go home, our Jesus planned a trip to Stockholm's amusement park. There, we there were a lot of roller coasters in the amusement park like usual, and as I was looking at them, I could already feel my food I just ate begin to go the opposite way that it shouldn't. So yeah, that was not fun. I still tried though, and it was not a good idea. I regret it. Later on that day, I walked with three other dudes from my class, and we came across this haunted house. Before my checking in, we were already scared to death. The round has not started yet, and I could feel I needed to leave now, but no, that ain't gonna happen. I was already in the line. It cost 20 euro, 20 pounds, I guess, euros, Sweden coins, or something to enter, or much less. I think it was less. But once the door closed, we couldn't see anything in the house, only the blue, dark sleep light, I think. Or was it green? I can't remember. There was a hallway in front of us, and me and the two others, we stood there and looked. We were only three in the house. The one left for some business emergency. Anyways, there was this deep hallway which split in two directions, left and right. The left was closed, so we took the right, of course. Once we walked towards the door, in front of us opened and something or someone popped out of the door screaming. It was like, I think it was a witch. We screamed, all three of us, like 3-year-old girls in a Barbie movie. We ran a little bit and then stopped again after 3 meters. And guess what we looked at? We came across another hallway with a split direction left and right. We spent too much time staring, arguing who should go first, and the door behind us opened without none of us even saw it. And behind us opened the person which scared at the entrance and popped out again. So it was like the person who scared us in the entrance popped out of the door on the left, and I, who stood behind, pushed the two others and we ran into another split hallway. This time the door opened and a man with a chainsaw and a Jason mask ran after us. We yelled and yelled. It felt like the end of us three. If we had stopped, it would be over for us. Anyways, after we escaped the chainsaw dude, we appeared in a room with, of course, 3 freaking doors. Every single one of them with some red text written on it. I mean, it says open. I can't remember. And on the other side was the exit. But it was a deep, continuously long, dark hallway we need to go through to manage to get out. And we opened one of the doors and we screamed again. I did not see what happened. I just yelled because the two others, they yelled, so I yelled and we all yelled. But we were stupid, and I should have been smarter that day to know that you shouldn't open doors with red text marked on it. But